Let's now turn our attention to the northern region, where the regional organizer of the NDC, Alhaji Babazi, has urged the Ghana Police Service to thoroughly investigate individuals allegedly involved in the looting of state properties in Tamale and other parts of the northern region. His call follows the interception of the official vehicle of the Tamale Mayor, which was found transporting dozens of rice bags from the buffer stock company's warehouse in the regional capital. The driver of the mayor was subsequently arrested by the police to assist with investigation.
We made a follow-up because we don't want tomorrow anybody to say that the youth of NDC in Tamale came and ransacked this place and made away with the items kept here. When we came, we saw this car parked here, and we followed, and this car belonged to our mayor. So it's loaded with rice. You can go and check at the bucket. So it means that whatever is happening here in northern region, Tamale to be precise, it's not NDC people, it's not NDC youth. The mayor of Tamale is currently behind it, because as you can see, this is the mayor's car. This is mayor's car. Go back and see what is happening, what is in the bucket of the car. So please, we are saying that nobody should blame any NDC youth in town. You understand? We have seen the real culprit is the mayor of Tamale that is responsible.
Let's get more details on this story and speak to our northern regional correspondent, Alhassan D. Baba. He joins us via Zoom. D. Baba, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here on Newsbeat. Has it been ascertained from the investigation why those bags of rice were in that vehicle?
Thank you so much, Desmond, and good afternoon to our viewers. Yes, like you rightly mentioned, in the early hours of yesterday, the official vehicle of the Tamale Mayor was arrested or intercepted carrying some bags of rice from the buffer stock stores in Tamale. Well, after the arrest, many calls were made to the mayor, but it was were unable to confirm or unable to reach him to explain to us why his own vehicle or his official vehicle was carrying rice from the buffer stock stores in Tamale. But the information we picked was that he said the rice was being transported to the military barracks to be given to the military, which was very funny because, according to many people, since when has the mayor of Tamale started supplying rice to the military? In fact, this rice belongs to or is being supplied to schools. So people were surprised that rice that is meant for students was rather being transported by the mayor of Tamale, and according to the driver, they were sending it to the Tamina barracks to be given to soldiers. In fact, the issue of looting in Tamale is becoming very complex because in the late hours of last night, some police officers, including some civilians, were also intercepted around the Yendi Road, trying to loading a truck with rice and meat from one of the government stores in that area. And when police went in there, there was misunderstanding between the two police two police sides who were there, because according to the first police team that were there, they were there to guide the people to pick the items. But when the official police went there, it was very funny because they asked those police to leave and asked the boys to return everything to the stores because it wasn't authorized. So in the northern region, it is as if it's a plan by some individuals who are trying to steal everything in the name of this change of government to ensure that they enrich themselves at the expense of the general public. In fact, when we went into the buffer stock stores, we realized that there was rebagging going on in the stores. In fact, they were taking off rice and maize from the government sacks, replacing it with plain sacks and taking it out of the stores. And according to one of the officers inside the stores, he told me that they started taking off bags of maize and rice from the stores since 2 p.m. 2 days ago, 2 a.m. 2 days ago.
Okay, Dibaba, I'm asking that if you say they, who are you referring to?
Well, that is the challenge now because we are finding it difficult to understand or to get who authorized this kind of illegal picking of goods from state stores. Because the police are following up keenly to know exactly what is going on. But I spoke to the regional police command this morning, and they are not coming forth with much information. But they said they have invited all the necessary parties to the police station to ensure that a thorough investigation is conducted. But as a matter of fact, what is happening in the northern region in regards to this looting or illegal taking of state properties is becoming very worrisome.
Okay, you mentioned that calls to get the regional or the mayor to speak has not gone through, but has he been invited officially by the police? What is the police saying about interrogating him about this whole incident?
Well, it was mentioned to me that the mayor has been invited to come and answer questions because his driver openly mentioned to everybody that it was the mayor who sent him to go and pick those goods. So according to the police, the mayor has been invited, but whether he has gone to the police station to answer questions, that I can't tell for now because the police did not tell me this. But the issue is becoming very, very delicate because this morning as well, the cattle market in Tamale was also invaded. Many party youth groups and assembly members of the Tamale Metro clashed at the cattle market. And the assembly members were saying that they were going to take charge of the market, taking taxes from the market. But the youth group of NDC within the region said no, they are going to take hold of the market until a new mayor is appointed. So the issue is becoming very complex in the northern region. And I think stakeholders should come together to find a way to stop this vandalism and this looting from the region.
How is the security situation like? Because you're mentioning that today there's been another confrontation between, both sides. What is the police doing about it and the security situation generally in the region?
Well, I can say that it is becoming very complex and difficult for the security because it's like the security officers are not also comfortable dealing with this issue head on. Or some of the people or many of the people arrested. In fact, I should mention that over 30 people have been arrested so far in connection with this vandalism and looting. But it is becoming very difficult for the police because many of those people, when arrested, the leadership of the political parties will run in to ask for their release. So it's becoming difficult for the police and the military as well. In fact, at the buffer stock, the military were stationed there for about 3-4 days. So people were even shocked that these human beings or these people were able to even take things from the stores, even though there was a military officers stationed there. So the situation, I think the police and the military are not comfortable or they are finding it difficult to deal with this issue head on because many political bigwigs are supporting the youth, even though they don't support the illegality they are perpetrating on the state properties in the region.
Right. Thank you very much, Alhassan D. Baba. He's our correspondent in the northern region, bringing us more details subsequently.